Fox News alert, back to the Justice Department and the release of hundreds of thousands of pages of Epstein files. We've got some new pictures from the files to show you, and we're going to go to David Spunt in Washington that has those photos and the latest. David.
Hi, Will. About 300,000 pages. That is the goal of the Justice Department, to get that in by the midnight deadline tonight, although DOJ says there will be several 100,000 pages released over the next few days and week or so. But I want to be clear that these photographs and some of these documents have literally no context. They don't have dates. They don't have names. They don't have times. Some of the photographs, we recognize people. We want to show one of Jeffrey Epstein and former President Bill Clinton, the 42nd president of the United States, appearing at what looks to be at a party, wearing what appear to be silk shirts. There are two photographs of them in this Epstein files release. We don't know who the other person is. We don't know when this was taken, because the Justice Department does not say so in that evidence. So this is all incredibly nuanced, and I want to make that clear to our viewers. Also, there is a lot of redactions on many of these pages. For example, if we have it, we can show. If we don't, we can't show. But it's just essentially black chunks. It talks about a masseuse list, and it just says masseuse list, and there's 7 pages of complete black chunks. And then there's an asterisk in the corner, Will, and it says to protect victim information. And the law that was signed by President Trump after being passed by Congress directs the DOJ to put all of this information online in a publicly searchable format, but it calls on victim information to be protected. The law also clearly states that politicians, titans, industry titans, or famous people, world leaders, politicians, anybody that may be embarrassed by some of the information should not be redacted solely for that reason. So right now, we're continuing to look through this. As you can imagine, about 40 minutes ago, when the Will Cain Show began, is when these documents slowly started coming online. We're expecting about 300,000 here today to be online, but it's tedious because it doesn't have specific information at all, or dates, or any kind of identifying information. We just happen to know, obviously, former President Bill Clinton in that photograph, Will.
So really quickly, David, as a point of clarification, is it a searchable database? You can put in a search term. You can make your way through those documents, even though there's 300,000. You could proactively look for something. It's less a discovery tool at this point, but you could look for something that is currently in those documents. So if it has that function, you could search Bill Clinton, or you could search Donald Trump.
Correct. Some of it is searchable right now. I'm fairly confident to say all of the documents are not uploaded right now, meaning the tranche that's supposed to be uploaded today, because it's a rolling basis to get those 300,000 up. The law calls for it, as you mentioned correctly, to be a searchable database for anybody to be able to go online, search, find information that they need. They're not going to find victim information, but it is notable the Justice Department website made us wait in a queue to get in, and if you didn't get in by a certain time, you've been locked out of that queue. So not everybody can get in at that time, which will raise questions about the bandwidth and about the site. But hopefully at some point, everybody's going to be able to get in, because that's what the law calls for, Will.
Well, hopefully that means you have access as well. You're in before essentially the door closed, David. So I would ask this. We have about 15 minutes left together here on the Will Cain Show. But I would like, because there will be so many questions to be asked, if you wouldn't mind, take a look through that search function. It looks like we've already looked into the idea of a connection to Bill Clinton. We should, for the sake of clarity, also looking for connections for Donald Trump. And I would like, because it's been mentioned on several occasions, both proactively and dismissively, any connections to foreign intelligence of Jeffrey Epstein. So any of that stuff that could come up in a search function in the next 15, we'll appreciate it, David, and appreciate the work that you're doing on this story. Thank you.
Yep, we'll let you know. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.